Welcome back, Magic Tribe. I am Nina Diedrich, and this is Magic Mom Ministries, and welcome back to our next Saturday segment. We are going to, dive right into the Sea of Miracles that is today. We have some pretty big news here at the ministry, and we're just going to let everybody catch up really quick. I'm going to get some cards ready while we're waiting. So there's going to be, some really big changes around here over the next couple of months. So you guys are going to just have to bear with me as we shift through what is occurring here. I think we're going to use the Everyday Witch Tarot today. That is by Elizabeth Alba. I love that one. And The Deviant Moon by Patrick Valenza. And of course, we'll use The Universe Has Your Back by Gabby. And the Soul Coaching series by Denise Lynn. We're going to do that too. And today is Hello, Cece. Happy Saturday to you as well. Today is also the Zodiac Weekly poll for those of you who are following on Patreon. So wait for that. You'll see that later pop up. I'm going to record that right after this one. Let's see, what else do I want to use for today? The Divine Wisdom card. We're going to start with that one. Get a drink really quick. Okay. So, fun announcements before we get started. Hello. Good morning, Studio 226. Well, I guess it's probably way into the afternoon there for you. What is it, like 1 o'clock there, Lisa? Oh. Okay, we don't need that many cards today, do we? Let's get one card, please. Those two right there. Okay. All right, so we have our message from Source. Ooh, I like these ones. Okay. I wish I was still in bed. I tried, but I can't. I have to get up and be here for all of you. You guys at least can watch me from bed, right? I guess I could record from bed, but I don't really feel like it. So, our first message from the divine is one of my favorites, and it says, "My messages will come in 100 forms at 1,000 moments across 1,000,000 years. You cannot miss them if you truly listen, and you cannot ignore them once truly heard." So a lot of times people say stuff to us and we're like, oh, whatever. And then later on we hear the same thing from somebody else in a different way. And then we're like, oh, now I get what that other person was talking about. And it clicks, right? So I think what we really need to realize is that the messages from Source or our higher self come through in 1,000 trillion different ways, whether it's the penny you found on the ground or some people you heard talking 4 rows over in the supermarket who just happen to be discussing the same thing that you have a problem with, right? It's where the saying from Source comes, "I send you nothing but angels," right? And even the people who are there that, well, you learn hard lessons from, it's still a lesson nonetheless, right? It still contributes to your own personal growth, right? And we forget about all those little tiny miracles that happen every day that shoo us in the direction that we're supposed to go in, right? And sometimes it's bad things that happen to us. And, but we're starting to kind of move away from learning through struggle, and we're starting to learn more through our interactions with our personal communities that we've been building over especially the last year. But it's really been like the last 6 months, especially, where it's really kind of kicked up a notch. And uh, the growth has just been exponential for everyone that I've been talking to, and it's kind of crazy. And right now, we're getting ready to go through that here as well. So, as you all know, we, due to unforeseen circumstances, were forced to look for a new place to move to. And having 3 rescue pit bulls, it's very, very difficult to find people who are willing to rent to us. And we were getting really, really discouraged because we only have until April 1st to be out of our current home that we've lived in for years and years and years. And um, this has been really hard for us because we kind of had imagined that we were going to continue to fix this place up, and well, we were going to retire here. This was going to be our home, and we were just going to buy property for a retreat center that we were going to be at occasionally. And that has not turned out that way. But miracles happen every day, and we put it out there to the universe what it was that we wanted to create. And well, I wasn't expecting it to happen quite this quickly, but I am happy to bring to you today that Magic Mom Ministries is going to be getting a new home, and we're moving off grid. A friend of ours is willing to rent us a significant portion of their property for this venture. And while it's going to be a huge, huge undertaking getting it all ready for us to live on in only, well, 8 weeks, it's something that we're undertaking with quite a bit of joy. And we didn't think we were going to be able to do this for a really long time. And we're really excited to be getting started on this. And we just kind of followed the trail that we were being led on. And you never know who's willing to help you if you don't ask. It's kind of been a huge lesson that we learned as well. We're actually going to be paying less money than we are here, and it's going to free up a lot of our time to devote more to serving our community and starting our rescue and our recovery center as well a lot sooner. I am going to be trying to specialize in helping people recover from addictions, and I will be offering personal retreats by this summer. So I hope you guys are excited about that. It is going to be a little bit before we become completely ADA accessible, though, unfortunately, because we are definitely starting with raw land. But we're having to build our home and everything all in 8 weeks. And so I really could use all your guys' continued prayers and all your well wishes as well in getting all of this ready to go so that we can move out there with all of our animals and not have to deal with too much hardship because we're having to build a complete off-grid system in 8 weeks. Thank God for YouTube. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to be doing a lot of planning. So for those of you who are on Patreon, the content will definitely not be kicking off into high gear until after the move. But after the move, I am going to have like the highest speed internet on the planet, and I'm pretty excited. So we're going to get a lot of new upgrades. I have my own office space, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So thank all of you for your prayers. It was definitely all thanks to your help. So our second divine wisdom card is Remember you this: that which you condemn will condemn you, and that which you judge, you will one day become. Rather, seek to change those things or support others who are changing those things which no longer reflect your highest sense of who you are. So if you see people in your life that are struggling, say, hey, I was there once too, you can do it. And you'd be surprised how much just that little bit of effort can mean to somebody. Very often people have a lot of problems with mental health and drug addiction and things like that because they don't feel like anybody sees them. Nobody sees their struggle. Nobody understands what they're going through. And the reason that our empathy is leveling up so much is so that we can look at somebody else and go, hey, yeah, I was there once too, and you can do it. Look where I am now, right? If any of you knew me from 6 years ago, you would not recognize the person that I am now. I can tell you that for sure. And making the choice to be happy despite my PTSD and my disabilities and my horribly abusive mentally relationship. And I made the choice because somebody finally told me that I was better than that to pick up everything. And I, pretty much gave up all of my old life for something new. And I never once have regretted it, no matter how hard it was, no matter the fact that I had to sleep in a tent for months on end, or, all kinds of crazy things have happened over the last, just 5 years. And now we're getting ready to launch something that I didn't think we'd be able to do for another 20. And it's just because we believed that it could happen. And that's the way the world's going. So if you have a dream, please chase it. Chase it like a dog chasing freaking car tires. Go after it. Tell everyone. You never know who's going to be able to help you. And if nobody knows what the heck you're up to, how can they help you, right? It's about communication, engagement, right? That's what we're trying to get back to. We have kind of entered into an age where nobody engages with anyone anymore because, God forbid, right? Nobody needs to know my business. Well, if nobody knows your business, how can they help? And then you bitch because, well, you're left holding the bag by yourself. But if you're not asking, how can you change it, right? So, love. Love yourself. And in that way, love everyone else. And miracles will happen. Let's see what love says for everyone. Oh, I'll be so glad when this cough goes away. There. Make me work for it today. All right. Love says, open your heart to receive, everybody. Love is on its way. You are more cherished than you can possibly know. It's a day for rejoicing. You're a sacred vessel for eternal love to flow through. Your soul wants you to know there's nothing that you need to do to deserve this love. Who you are is enough. Let it flow to you, for you are the beloved, just as you are. All of your life's experiences are part of a spiritual evolution toward the realization that we are all love. God is love, and in your essence, so are you. In matters of romance, all is healing, or is already healed. On the inner planes, your beloved is nearby, so be open. Your angels, guides, spirit guardians, and allies adore and cherish you always and forever. Our affirmation is, I am wonderful, and I receive and give love today and always. Another epic reminder. Let's see what the Everyday Witch Tarot has to add. We have Judgment again. The Page of Swords this time. And the Death card. Transformation has appeared. All right, so 20. Judgment. She has decided what she's going to do. Now, she's off, going to do it, singing her song along the way, right? Our page as well has declared, well, he's done with the bullshit. He's thrown his bag down, pulled his sword out, and said, bring it, life. I'm ready. Because we have attained transformation, everyone. The Death card means you have finally managed to let go of what you needed to, and the way is open. Now, all you have to do is pick the door. And contrary to popular belief, death isn't here standing, blocking your way, but waiting to open the door for you. And congratulations. And let's get one from the Deviant Moon. Oh, and there it popped over right. Oh, I got two. Oh, no, just one. No, actually, I'm going to take that one too. Oh, nice. We have Strength, right? Now, in this rendition of the Strength card, this big dude is fighting something kind of freaky, right? But what he doesn't see is it's got its tail wrapped around his leg. So even if he does manage to wrestle it to the ground, well, he's going to go too the second he tries to walk away, right? So maybe we need to stop trying to wrestle with our demons, realize that they're really a part of us, and what he doesn't know is he's really just brought his shadow into the light. And in that is our strength, right? By admitting the things that you have to work on, you're admitting your vulnerability. And in that way, you're letting other people know that it's okay to be vulnerable too. And nobody expects perfection in this life because, well, you already are. And the Star was the card that came out with it. Okay. Now, kind of like we were talking about the other day about how we're balancing with one foot on land and one in the water, and while trying to figure out how to make that water side stable. But what we really need to realize is the foot that's on the land can balance us, and the foot that's over the water is the one that we need to be using, well, to think with. And then we do something, right? So our water side represents what we're being, and then the part on the land, or our masculine half, is the part that represents what we're doing because of what we're being. And it shouldn't be the other way around. So make sure you're approaching it from the right side. Let's get one last card. Let's pull an Affirmators card. Holy crap. Well, I knew one deck would end up on the floor. It wouldn't be an adequate reading without it. That card. And then there's another one here. These two. Okay. We have 3 from the Affirmators deck, and they are authenticity. Okay. Again, gentleness and no judgment. Okay. So, that's about us not wanting to, or not judging our path, right? So, let's start with that one. I release myself from any and all judgments. I'm going to find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a vacation. And as it leaves the room, I'm going to let out a huge sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Because I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. Because authenticity is the name of the game. And whatever comes up, I'm going to feel it. And whatever needs to be said, I'm going to say it. And whoever doesn't get it doesn't have to get it. But at least they know it because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive-aggressive post-it note about it. So we are calling ourselves out as well as others right now about the things that we're being, well, passive-aggressive about and not stating to the universe, this is what I want. Bring it to me, right? Or I should say not want. I should actually say, this is what I require or desire or already have. When you say want, it just tells the universe that you just want more wanting. So we have to be really careful about our word usage as well. So our message was, we will hear them in 100,000 different ways throughout our day. Are you listening is the question. And are you remembering that which you condemn is what you become? So are you reflecting your highest self? Or are you reflecting your fear? Because we want to stay in this state of love, okay? This new adventure requires that we stay confident and aware of our surroundings. That we say, hey, no more bullshit. This is my life and I'm taking control. I have finally attained this huge transformation that I've been working on. Even though it took strength and determination I didn't know I had, now I can finally say, I have attained this place of balance. Right? And I think a lot of us are feeling that right now. And it's going to continue to keep getting better. So make sure you're watching for your signals that the universe is trying to set out for you, everybody, today. And over the next, I want to say probably week, it's going to continue to get stronger. And as we go into February, we're going to be looking back at December going, wow, so much shit has happened. I'm ready to start something else new, right? So, are you holding yourself back from starting something new because you're afraid? Or are you ready to jump in with both feet and say, okay, I'm ready to do this now. How are you going to help me, universe? And then following the breadcrumbs that she's throwing out for you. Because they're there. You just have to look. So remember, miracles happen every day. Are you listening? So, for me and Magic Mom Ministries, we love, appreciate, and are in full support of each and every one of you. And thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you, all of you who have come over from Higher Self as well. Welcome to the tribe, and I hope to get to know you all better. Remember that you can connect through Facebook, and also through the Patreon page. And we will be putting a lot of fun stuff out there on the Patreon about our new project. So I'm looking forward to getting all of your guys' inputs on things that you would like to see. So, bye, everybody.